Welcome. In this video we are going to solve physical chemistry problem. The problem says at 402 Kelvin the rate of decomposition of a gaseous compound initially at a pressure of 12.8 was 9.7 at when 10% has already reacted and 7.66 when 20% had reacted. Determine the order of the reaction. So the rate law will be given by V, which is equal to K and then close square brackets A to the power A, and then this should also be equals to P0 open brackets 1 minus F close brackets to the power A. So this A is the reaction order and F is the fraction reacted. So let me get my pen ready so that I can highlight and show what I'm talking about. Actually I can use the pointer. So in other words, this A here is the same as this A here and is the same as this A here. So in other words, this A is the reaction order or the order of the reaction. And you can see here that the question says determine the order of the reaction. So in other words, we are going to calculate the value of A, in other words, right? And then the F is the fraction of the reactant or the reacted, right? So that 1 minus F, this 1 minus F here, is the fraction remaining or the remaining fraction. So should we have V1, you will realize that our V1 will be equals to, the difference will be, you will also have the F1, whereby F I have already said that is the fraction of the reactant. So this means if I were to write V2, it will be V2 here, and even on F now we will consider the F2 like that. So this means the F2 will be like this one here, right? Yeah, F2 will be like this one. So you can see that we still have the order that we are talking about, right? So if we were to find the fraction and say maybe V1 over V2, we will come and say and pick this part here. In other words, V1 over V2 will be equals to this part here divided by this one here, this part here. So let me show that quickly. So it will be equals to this part over this part, right? You can see that the upper part we have V1 and we also have the F1, and then this one here we have V2, and down here we have F2. So it is important to arrange these parameters like this. If you were to say V2 or to write V2 here, and then when you came here you write F1, it's going to be wrong. So it should be exactly like this. It's important to arrange it like this. So this one P0 and this one will cancel out, right? And then we'll be left with 1 minus F1 over 1 minus F2, right? In other words, we'll be left with 1 minus F1 to the power A over 1 minus F2 to the power A, which is also equals to this one, like this, right? Yeah. So mind you that we are looking for the order of the reaction, which in this case I said is A, right? So if you consider this part, right, this part here, 1 minus F1 over 1 minus F2 to the power A, if you consider this part and this part here, v1 over v2, we can introduce linear to find the value of a. How do we do that? We can introduce linear and also introduce linear. So in other words, we are going to have ln v1 over v2 is equal to a ln 1 over f1 over 1 over f2. Let's do that quickly. Then v1 over v2 will be equals to a into a ln 1 minus v1 over 1 minus v2. It will be like this, right? So now let's make a subject of the formula because a is the one we are looking for. In other words, we can divide both sides by ln 1 minus f1 over 1 minus f2, and then we can divide here so that they will cancel this side, and then we will be left with what? Ln v1 over v2 over ln 1 minus f1 over 1 minus f2, like that. So let's do that quickly by dividing both sides by this part here. Let's do that quickly. We will have ln, or we will have a being equals to that. All right? Yeah. So, but before we even go further, we do have v1, v2, and f1 and f2. Let's go and point them out, right, in the expression here, that which one are which. Let me get my pen so that I can highlight using a pen. Let me have a pen. Yeah, there it is. Let me have a pen. So our v1 is this one, right? This is our v1, right? And then our v2 is what? Is this one, right? It comes after v1. So this one will be our v2, right? And it's important to identify which one is which, because if you mix them, it's going to be a problem. Or if you just pick them randomly, you are not going to get the correct answer. And then in terms of the fraction that have reacted, we do have a 10% here. 10% we know is 10 over 100, which is 0,1, or which is also the same as 0,1, this one here. All right, so it's going to be our f1, right? 0,1 is going to be our f1, right? And then our f2 is this one here, right? 20%, which is 20 over 100, which is going to be 0,2, or which is the same as 0,2, right? And then this 0,2, let me write it here, this 0,2 is going to be our f2. So it's just a matter of substituting, and then we press the calculator and find the correct answer. So this means we are going to have it like that. All right, I just substituted it like that, and then from there you can see here that in the position of v1 I wrote what? 9,70, which is the same as this one, and from there we can just press a calculator. All right, let's press a calculator and find that the value is 2. So in other words, this simply means that uh, the order of the reaction is equals to 2. Thank you for watching the video. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you will be notified next time when I post a video of this nature. Thank you.